My name is Wayne. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a little different because we won't be working on my 1970 Cuda, but we are going to be talking about brakes. A lot of people have been asking me questions and wondering what kind of brakes I'm going to put on the car. But today, I'm going to give you some subtle and not so subtle clues about what we're going to put on the car. Later on in the video, I have an important question I'm going to ask you, and I want you guys to be able to leave that answer in the comments below. So stay tuned. So since I'm not working on the car today, I thought I'll wear one of my older vintage shirts. This is my ZZ Top shirt from 1990, the recycling tour. So it's always fun to wear those on occasions where you're not going to get them all greasy. So we are getting rid of the drum brakes. Man, I drove those things around for about a year and a half and just not cutting it. I didn't enjoy driving on the drum brakes. I knew I wouldn't be keeping those long term, and now is the time I'm finally going to upgrade the brakes. Now, if you haven't seen any of my other videos, I've already updated the suspension. I have the rebuilt 70 disc front spindles, all Hotchkiss upper control arms, steering rods, Hotchkiss strut rods, and a rebuilt lower control arms. And in the back, I have a narrowed 8 3/4 to B body specs with Hotchkiss springs and offset shackles in the front and back. So we have a lot of room for maximizing a big wheel and tire combo in the back. So that's a quick setup right now where we're at with the car. So the next thing I need to do is put brakes on it. Now my last video you saw me put the front sway bar on the car. Now I thought I'd actually be doing the rear sway bar next, but the rear sway bar has to go in the car while the car is on the ground. So can't do that yet. That means it's time for the brakes. Now there's a lot of options you can go with the brakes. I could have kept the drums in the back and just put like a factory disc up front, but that's not really what I'm going for with the car. I want the car to maximize its performance and handling and braking. I've already have the engine rebuilt and it's running great. The trans is running great, but I want it to perform at another level. So I have some big plans for the car, and I'll talk more about that later on, but I want the best brakes we can put on this thing. Factory front brakes aren't going to be good enough, and rear drums aren't either. So we're getting rid of the drums and we're going 4-wheel disc brakes. That's right, discs in the front and in the back, and none of it's going to be factory. Now there's some good options for you, and depending on what you're going to be doing with your car, that can be fine. And it's just not what I want for the car though. So some people might not like what I'm going to do, but that's okay. At the end of the day, in my opinion, suspension upgrades, brake upgrades, it's really just bolt-on affair. I mean, a little bit of welding here and there with some of the suspension pieces in the rear sway bar, but at the end of the day, it can go back to stock if someone really wanted to. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not an all-stock kind of guy, and if you are, that is great. I can appreciate all-stock cars and cars built to all OE specs, and that's cool if that's your thing, but it's not what I want to do right now with this car anyway. Now, after a lot of thought, I've decided to stick with manual brakes though. I know it might seem odd to a lot of people to not put power brakes on the car, but the car is originally a manual brake car, and I want to keep it that way. I do like the simplicity of it. When we built the motor, we decided to have a pretty aggressive cam, so there's not enough vacuum for power brakes anyways. And I do know a lot of people that road race and even autocross and really drive their vehicles hard with manual 4-wheel disc brakes, and they're happy with it. Basically, it's going to take a little more pedal effort, but the braking performance is still exceptional, and it can be. All depends on what type of brake package you use. Another factor but determining how quickly your car brakes and stops is also your tires, your contact patch, where your tires are going to meet the ground. So that's something we're going to optimize, but we'll talk about that later. We're going to talk about the brakes right now. And now is the time where I want your input. So I have a question for you guys. All you guys that watch my videos, I really appreciate it. It means a lot. But I want your input, and I'm wondering, what color calipers would you put on my car? So let's state the obvious. We all know it's a red car. We got a lot of red going on. Now red is probably one of my favorite standard caliper colors, but we could go red, we could go black, or what if you had any color option to choose? What would you choose? Now I have to be completely transparent. I've already bought them. There was a long lead time to get the brakes that I wanted. so I already had to choose color now. So I won't be choosing like whatever color gets the most votes, but I'm just really curious what you guys would choose for my car. So leave your comments in below. Black, red, blue, yellow, red, orange, silver, whatever. What color calipers do you think would look good on the car? No right or wrong answers. Just leave your comments in the below. I really appreciate it. I think it'll make it fun. I'm really curious to see what you guys come up with. So that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a little different. Normally we're wrenching on the car, but today I just want to have a short video. I kind of needed a break, but I really want your input. So it's real simple. You know the deal. Just leave the comment below about what color you think the caliper should be. Any color in the spectrum, whatever you think. No right or wrong answer. So I really want your help. If you watch a video, leave a comment. That's the rule. Do it. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if you turn on the bell notification, you'll know each and every time I upload a new video. You don't want to miss them. We got a lot of good stuff coming up real soon. So hopefully in the next video, we'll be announcing the brakes.